Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. This is Ben's Sports Corner. I'm Ben Langford, your host, and today we're going to be diving into the Eastern and Western Conference NBA Finals ahead of us in the next coming week. In the Eastern Conference, we have the Miami Heat going against the Boston Celtics. I personally think this series could go 6 or 7 games. I really like the way Boston is presenting itself this postseason with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Al Horford's playing huge for them, but on the other side, you can't ignore Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker, Max Strus is coming out, Victor Oladipo, the X Factor. I seriously think the series can go either way, which hurts me to say because I am a Miami Heat fan. Of course, living in Florida, you got to be, right? But I'm definitely leaning towards Miami, I want to say, in either 6 or 7. And some of the takeaways I have for this series upcoming, first of all, I wanted to make it clear that the season series, the Celtics were able to beat the Heat 2-1. Miami's only win came in Boston, though, so that's got to give some kind of, momentum towards Miami, knowing that they can go into the TD Garden and beat the Celtics on their home floor. Obviously, that was in the regular season. Postseason, it's definitely going to be harder. Everybody's playing to get to the finals now, so it's no more wishy-washy games. This is to get to a championship level, to what so many players still left in these playoffs don't have that championship on their, resume. So it was 2-1. Jason Tatum against the Milwaukee Bucks, I can't ignore this either, averaged about 28 points a game. That is spectacular coming from a player of Jason Tatum's level. I mean, he's one of the best players in the NBA, and he definitely showed it against Giannis Antetokounmpo. Another thing, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. That's very rare for a guard to win. I believe the last guard to win Defensive Player of the Year, don't count on me for this to be accurate, but I believe it was Gary Payton in 1995 for the Seattle Supersonics. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's been that long since a guard was able to win Defensive Player of the Year. Regular season, Miami and Boston were both able to average about 110 points a game, 110, 115, give or take. So, I mean, they're pretty clear on offense. They're an offensive team. They like to get defensive stops. They pride themselves on defense, but obviously their offense, they can get to it, like I said. One of the biggest things that I'm worrying about is who's going to have the defensive advantage. Like I said, they can both put up points, and this series is going to be more about defense. Who can stop the other team the more? Who can stop the other team the most and score more? Obviously, that's every sport. Who can score more? But this series really is going to be who can score more with that defense that they're playing against. To keep it short and sweet, I'm just going to say Heat in 6. Obviously, I just said it can go either way. But like I've previously mentioned, I'm a Miami Heat fan, so I got to go Heat in 6. I think the player to watch out for in this series, both in the Eastern, or not both for the Heat and the Celtics. On the Heat, I'm going to say watch out for Victor Oladipo coming off of the bench. I really think he can put up some points, maybe, halt Boston's momentum. Boston, you got to watch out for Grant Williams. I believe their power forward's name is Grant Williams. I don't even know because he barely plays, but against the Bucks in Game 7, he decided to make an insane amount of threes to help them get to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I do believe this series is going to be hardwired. I think as a Heat fan, as Celtics fans out there, you're going to test your nerves. You're going to get very mad, very angry very quickly about, who's winning what, who's winning. It's going to be a lot of back and forth, and you just be ready for an insane series. And over the Western Conference, we have the Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors. The Mavericks just came off a Game 7 amazing win in Phoenix against the team that was in the finals last year. They didn't win last year. They lost to the Milwaukee Bucks. But I do think the Mavericks, with the momentum they have right now, is going to be a tough team to beat. And the Golden State Warriors just came off a 4-2 series win against the Memphis Grizzlies. Granted, Ja Morant got hurt, so if Ja Morant never got hurt, who seriously knows where that series could have gone? And I still think Warriors would have won, but if Ja Morant was healthy, it could have gone either way. He's an amazing superstar, young superstar. I seriously think he's very talented, and he has a lot of years to prove in this league that he is one of the best guards. One of my biggest disadvantages, I guess, advantage for the Mavericks, disadvantage for the Warriors, is who's going to guard Luka Doncic. I mean, the guy's on fire right now. You can't stop Luka, even if you put 2 people on him. So I seriously think that they're going to try to run like a Draymond Green, maybe on Luka Doncic. That's obviously going to leave Spencer Dinwiddie open on either Clay, Curry, then you got Brunson in there. I think we're going to tell a lot in Game 1, which is Wednesday night, I believe, at 9 o'clock. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's Wednesday, 9 o'clock on ESPN. I believe after Game 1, we're going to find out, okay, this series might go 5, Warriors 5, it might go 7, Mavericks might win in 7. I seriously think it might be a quick series. I got the Warriors winning in 5, have the Heat winning in 6, Warriors in 5. I just think that the Warriors, they've been here before. They know what they're doing. They have the home court advantage in this playoff series. So I do think that, just with the chemistry that the Warriors have, the team building, Klay Thompson's back. Seriously, he's making threes like an insane amount. It's definitely going to be a great series. The Splash Brothers in the last series were averaging a combined 23s a game. That's 2 players that you have to make sure they're not on the three-point line wide open, because they will make you pay for leaving them wide open. I believe Andrew Wiggins is going to play an amazing role in this series. Not many people have been talking about Andrew Wiggins' contributions to the Golden State Warriors, but I do feel like former number 1 pick, he knows how to put up points. He can make defensive stops when needed. I think Andrew Wiggins might play an insane role in this game series as well. Jalen Brunson on the Mavericks, Spencer Dinwiddie, Luka Doncic. Those three, the three-headed monster basically in Dallas, is what you need to watch out for. Spencer Dinwiddie had a coming-out party in Game 7 against the Suns. I believe he put up 30 points in a must-win on the road in Phoenix against a team that was in the finals last year, like I previously mentioned. So I do think this is going to come down to I think it's going to come down to the Warriors' chemistry. Obviously, the Mavericks are going to put up a hell of a fight, but I do see the Warriors winning. The X factors to watch out for, like I've said, are Andrew Wiggins and Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie was acquired in a trade this year, an amazing trade that the Mavericks made, getting rid of Kristaps Porzingis, a center that is he's good as a stretch 5, but just not for the Mavericks system. He wasn't working out, so they went ahead and traded him to the Washington Wizards. They got back Spencer Dinwiddie and a couple more players, and Spencer Dinwiddie, definitely they made a great move by getting Spencer Dinwiddie on their team. Like I said, I got the Warriors in 5. Obviously things can change after Game 1 in both series. I can come back and have my mind completely changed to maybe the Celtics are going to be the Heat. Maybe the Mavericks might be the Warriors. It just depends on, what I said, the defensive matchups in Game 1 for both series. I think it's definitely going to be a defensive series, both of them, Celtics and Heat and Mavericks and Golden State Warriors. I think it's just going to be who wants it more on defense, not so much on offense. But, in today's NBA, it really is more about who wants it more on defense than it is on offense come playoff time, because there's so many talented players in the NBA now. They all can get you 25, 30 on any given night. So it's really just about who's going to play the best defense, who's going to play lockdown defense. And like I said, I just got a lot of faith in Jimmy Butler right now for the Heat. And Klay Thompson plays great defense on the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins has tendencies to play good defense. If you don't look at his Timberwolves days, at least. Curry, you can hide him on maybe a Brunson. You can hide Curry on maybe a Max Kleber. You can hide Curry on a player that's not going to really contribute much to the game. And, these teams know what they're doing. They're going to come in ready to go. And it's definitely going to be an exciting series for both. And like I said, I got Heat in 6 and Warriors in 5. Let me know what you guys think. That's my predictions. Thank you for tuning in again. This is the first episode. I'm looking to do a lot more episodes coming up, so just stay tuned. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.